So here we go then. The Sweden squad has been released to face Algeria. That squad's come out first. Well, of course it has. Ours comes out last in world football. We know we played them 3 years ago. This may well be an even tougher test. The two big men, the two top lads up top, they can't stop scoring in the Premier League and in Portugal this season as GYOKERES and Alexander Isak find their way in this squad to face Algeria. And I have to say, I hope Mandy, Ben Sebaini, Tuba, whoever it is, are ready to face these guys, because they are two forwards worth over £100 million each. They are absolute top quality. So I really hope that the players are ready for the test that they're going to have to endure against Sweden in Stockholm. I'm looking at that Sweden squad as a whole. You look at the goalkeepers, Olsen in goal. He's played in the Premier League before. He's at Stoke at the moment. He's most probably their number one. Defence, well, the team are captained by Victor Lindelof. And this is a guy that can't get into the Manchester United back three. If Lindelof can't get in the Man United back three, I think that tells you everything you need to know about his current quality. Is he still good? We'll wait and see. But I've also got the young lad Heen, who plays at Atalanta. He's a very good young up-and-coming defender as well. So, yeah, there's some okay defenders in there. But obviously, if your best centre-back is Lindelof, I think that says a lot about your national team, doesn't it, really? I look at Sweden's midfield. I've got to say there's no Forsberg, there's no Bergvall. It's not as strong. They've got no Kajust from Ipswich. He's injured as well. I think we've got a better midfield. If we have Benassa and Aouar's fit and Badawi and these guys in there, that's a better midfield than the Sweden midfield. So in terms of the midfield battle, you'd kind of hope Algeria would come on top of that. I know we're away from home, but I think we've got better centre mids than Sweden. And I don't think that's a harsh statement. I think that's quite factually correct. So midfield-wise, not worried, especially about Bergvall at Tottenham. He's a huge miss. He's going to be a really big midfielder in years to come. But when it comes to the attack, you've got Isak, you've got GYOKERES, of course, no Kulusevski, no Forsberg, but Anthony Elanga, one of the most in-form wingers in the Premier League this season. Elanga's a big part of why Nottingham Forest have done so well in England this season. Elanga, Isak, GYOKERES, if they play a 4-4-2, I hope our defence, whether it's Artada, whether it's Mehdi Dorval, Algeria may bring in Mehdi Dorval, of course, in the fullback area. That's a big rumour. What a way to throw him in against Anthony Elanga. I think Elanga, Isak, GYOKERES are a big test for our defence and for even whoever's our goalkeeper, whether it be Genduz, Mandrea, Ukija, whoever. These are top players. Sweden might not be a top team. They're a great team, but they're not a top team. They weren't even at the last Euros. I think we're going to see just how good our defence is. And if GYOKERES bangs a hat-trick, this guy's got 40 goals, over 40 goals at Sporting Lisbon this season in Portugal. It's going to tell us a lot. It's going to tell us if these guys are ready to play at major tournaments. But it's a good test. You know, I'm fed up of playing Niger and Tanzania week in, week out. I know we've got Rwanda first. The main team is going to face Sweden. Can Mare still do it against good opposition? Can our centre-forward, Guiri or Amora, do it against Heen and Lindelof and beat Olsen in goal? So this is a nice squad to be tested up against, and I'm glad we've got one African friendly and one European friendly. So Sweden's squad is out. You know, in terms of what Algeria are going to do, I say Mehdi Dorval, I think Bulbina's got to come in finally. You might see Titraoui as well in the midfield. There's going to be some new faces for sure, but not Shirky. We know we've closed that chapter now. So I hope we get to test some guys. I hope Mazza gets a start and Xhaka gets a start against Rwanda. But I'm glad Sweden have gone strong here. Sweden are going to be playing Hungary away and then Strawberry Arena, I should say, at home in Stockholm to Algeria. It's a big old stadium. So it's going to be a good test. Be interesting to see if Sweden play Isak and GYOKERES together, if they play a 4-4-2, if they play a 4-3-3 and one of those plays out wide. Because it's whoever gets on the bench, if they only play one of them, it's very harsh. But let's see if Guiri and Amora can do damage. I think a defence like this is a defence that Mahrez, Guiri and Mora, they should do damage against them. With respect, they're not world beaters, these defenders. This is a team that if Algeria got drawn with Sweden in the World Cup, of course their attack is phenomenal, Sweden, but defensively, we've got to score goals against them. 2022, with Bolomadi, I know we went down to 10 men. We didn't score a goal, and we were on top until the red card in Malmo. So I think here, go for it, guys, because I think Sweden will definitely score with Isak, GYOKERES and Elanga against us. We don't have that much pace apart from Amora in the team. But at the other end of the pitch, we've got to be doing damage as well, and we've got to be showing we can play well outside of Algeria, outside of Baraki, outside of Tizi Ouzou. Can we do it? So it'll be a good test. Most of our players are playing on European pitches anyway. Let's see what happens in Sweden. So what are your thoughts on the Sweden squad? Are there any hidden gems in there we should be looking at and maybe underrating? Let me know in the comments down below. But looking forward to this one as Sweden take on Algeria. More build up to this game to come, of course, when the game gets closer. But these are the names from Sweden that we take on Algeria. And yes, ISAK and GYOKERES. And remember, ISAK was an injury doubt last week for Newcastle. They obviously think he's fit enough to play in this friendly. I think Algeria at home is a much bigger game for Sweden than Hungary away. So hopefully they'll be playing the big boys. We'll be playing the big boys. And it'll be a big game in Stockholm. And I will be there, of course, inshallah. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I mean, the thought of ISAK and GYOKERES running against Mandy and Tugay is frightening. It is really frightening. I'll see you next time.